right about now, I'm glad that these are the small rapids. Stone buoys, put in place by the French a century ago, mark the course. The helmsman must apply just the right amount of power on the rudder, or the boat will be ripped apart by the rocks below. For a moment, even the captain casts a concerned eye, but just for a moment. He has total faith in his helmsman, his son, and I guess so should I. Rapids and shallows make travel on the Mekong dangerous after dark, not forgetting pirates. So we look for somewhere to rest up for the night. Sailing on this river is very much a family affair. Living aboard is the captain's wife, his mother-in-law, his sons, their wives, and a new member of the crew, his grandson. No doubt he too will one day captain on the Mekong.
Ah, thank you. Reinforced fat. This is delicious. Sort of a peanut, peanut and meat and garlic. And this is like a sweet rice. They just bundle it up together with banana leaves. Keeps it lovely and fresh. Really good, isn't it? Eat like a king on the Mekong.
Mekong River water isn't quite the purest on earth, but after a hot day, it's got to be the most refreshing. And as the sound of singing reaches out to us across these waters, again I wonder how such a peaceful country could have suffered so much. As day breaks, fishermen are returning from a night's work, and the river glows rich and golden as we slip our moorings and prepare to continue our voyage. And for me, no chance of a sleep-in. The revving engine soon sees to that.
Well, I wouldn't say that's the best night's sleep I've ever had. A lot of muzzies and really sticky. But now it's beautifully cool. I have to say it's an incredibly peaceful place. You know, in the Mekong you expect this incredibly crowded river seething with humanity, but there's nothing. It's just jungle and really beautiful.
However, this wilderness has remained not because of a desire for preservation. It's remained simply because civil unrest meant that no one could safely live here. A no man's land of opportunity for pirates, bandits and renegade units of the Khmer Rouge.
We said when they stop the boat, they shot the gun, and then when we get in, they get all the people up to the jungle, and then those people come into the boat and they check and see everything they want, they took away.
He tells me that a few shots over the bow from the jungle would announce the attackers. It happened so often that once he had to cover his boat with armour plating. Our conversation ends as we approach river shallows. They check the depth, but again, no one's really that concerned. They've all been this way many times before. But then the wilderness disappears, and on the banks, another brand of piracy. Illegal loggers, felling the great forests in a desperate attempt to earn dollars in a cash-strapped country. But spending the inheritance is what happens when order breaks down and a country is pulled apart by war, greed and opportunism. And when war came to Phnom Penh, it wasn't just a city devastated by bombs. It was an empty city, cleared by the Khmer Rouge, who'd forced everyone out at gunpoint. So it's with some relief that I find a vibrant, busy city. And it's here that I meet Chiet, one of Cambodia's leading journalists. And I couldn't have hoped for a better guide.
The lovely thing about Phnom Penh is that it's a really small town. Despite a bit of traffic, you can get around easily by motorbike. There's cafes everywhere, and then there's wonderful architecture left by the French. It's a really lovely city. So is that the palace?
Yes, it is.
Even this most Cambodian of structures was built by the French.
So what happened next?
Well,
Hunter is a relatively recent arrival in newly peaceful Phnom Penh. Over lunch at his house, I learn about Chiet's Khmer Rouge past.
Actually, I married during the Khmer Rouge time. I got married, yeah. Khmer Rouge forced me to marry.
But you're not with your wife anymore?
Yeah, but I could not say no.
Yeah.
If I say no, I would be hated or disappeared.
Yeah? But you're a survivor.
Yes, I'm a survivor. I'm like a cat.
And people did disappear. Millions of them. To bring me face to face with the demons of Cambodia's past, Chiet takes me to Toul Sleng, now known as the Museum of Genocide. Toul Sleng was once a high school, but the Khmer Rouge turned it into a torture chamber. Here they interrogated anyone who they considered to be an enemy of the state, which seemed to be just about everyone.
How many people were killed here? How many people died?
It's more than 20,000 people.
20,000?
Yeah, die in this prison.
And they just brought them in and tortured them?
Torture and then send them to KH&EN and kill them.
Which were the killing fields?
Yeah, a million people got killed over there.
The quiet is unsettling as we step further into this dreadful place. Morbid fascination is overtaken by horror. This wasn't just a place where people died, it was a place where they died horribly.
What a horrible place.
Yeah, horrible.
Is it a map of Cambodia?
It's a map of Cambodia.
Pretty macabre, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They were intellectual and farmer.
And they made a map of them.
Yeah. My God.
The tragedy can be seen in their faces, victims and victors side by side. Those of the Khmer Rouge, defiant and arrogant. Those of the victims, simply defeated. It's impossible not to be moved by the unspeakable suffering and brutality that took place here. As we walk, I wonder how any ideology or hatred could ever justify such evil. For Chiet, it must be particularly confronting.
You know, I feel sad and remind in the past day when I see this picture.
Yeah? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. It reminds me the day in the past about the Khmer Rouge life, starving, fearing. What do you think about that?
I've just never seen anything like it. The Holocaust in Germany must be similar. But
Similar, yeah.
I haven't seen that, so I've never seen anything like it. And you managed to live through this?
Yeah. Try to, to live in this, through this regime.
I think you're lucky to be alive. Let's go
God
get
help me.
Yeah. Let's go and get a drink.
Okay.